And I believe we have Mr. Eric Wenning here with us. We'll tell you about him. Eric Wenning has been in the entertainment business for over 26 years. He runs a successful multi-op in Pittsburgh, PA, one of my favorite places. Eric also has degrees in graphic design and marketing as well. Alongside his entertainment company, he runs a full ad agency, which offers services such as website and graphic design, social media advertising, video production, promotional products, trade show products, displays, and much more. And today he's here to talk about cashing in on social media. So guys, make welcome Mr. Eric Wenning.
Hey, what's going on, Josh? Thanks for welcome, and hope to see you here in Pittsburgh soon, Josh.
Love it, man. We love Pittsburgh, and next time we're there, we'll have to get together.
Definitely have a little Permane sandwich in that. You know what I mean? So
that's it, man. That's it. You got to.
Absolutely. Very good. Well, let's get right into it, guys and girls. And I just wanted to thank you all for actually being here and a part of this. And especially for all the people behind the scenes that you guys don't realize, Ryan and Jake are troopers or soldiers. So big outs to them. And they have been doing phenomenal putting this content together such last minute with all the different curveballs everyone's throwing at them. And thank you guys seriously for all the hard work that you guys do. So today I want to talk a little bit more about, your business through these times, cashing in on social media advertising, and kind of going through these steps where everyone's putting a pause on things, where sometimes you need to put a gas pedal on a couple of things as well too. So I want to kind of show you a couple of things. You might not know exactly, who I am. And so back, this was me actually last year. And this shows you how much this industry ages you. No, seriously, this is me starting way young and I've been doing this for quite some time. This is actually my 27th year in the business. And we started, my first wedding was when I was at 13. My first gig was when I was like 10 or 11 years old. And we started growing and evolving into something much bigger than myself. We started doing national tours for Big and Rich, Barry Manilow, doing sound for Bret Michaels, Duncan Sheik, and many others. And that's where we really kind of came into wedding entertainment as a whole, because it started with Wenning's DJ service, right? So it's ironic that my name is 2 letters off of weddings, which we actually do for a living. And the main aspect of this is just kind of keeping everything else as a household name. So we have expanded doing photography, videography, photo booths, decor, and so much more as far as all the corporate rentals go as well. And, my dad was, a big stickler as far as telling me that, you need to have a backup plan. You need to make sure that, this is not really going to be your main living. So you need to have a plan in place for that. So I went to school for graphic design and marketing and advertising. And that's where basically I started Wenning Branding almost a decade ago, doing everything from, graphic design and marketing for other agencies. And I wanted to start doing trade show displays. So we started doing huge trade show booths for people around the country. And then we started getting into promotional products. And then we dived into website and graphic design, which I went to school for. So from there, we went into social media advertising about 3 years ago and never looked back since, because that is the one level where has made my business grow exponentially. Any millionaire that you might ever talk to, they always tell you that they have multiple sources of income, not just one thing, but multiple sources. So we also have another company called Wenning Innovations, where we do sound installations for house of worships, churches, bars, and restaurants. We do security systems, cameras, surveillance, etc. And, the one thing growing up through all this from a wee lad back in the day, I had really good mentors to help me through all of this. And one thing that has really helped me is those people. And I appreciate those people being in my life, but nowadays, there needs to be a little bit more giving back. And that's why I kind of created the Wenning method, as far as to help other industry professionals grow their brand, their marketing, professionalize them in a way that they look legit, rather than just a mom and pop shop and looks a little spammy, so to say. So what we did, we built a new office here in Pittsburgh, PA. These were our new digs, so to say. It's our new lobby, new signs, of course, our branding, all of our millions of promotional products. And then on the right is our thank you wall. These are actually handwritten thank you notes we put inside of our actual logo as well. So I want to ask you guys a question and get right to it. Have you ever ran ads on social media and got little to no success? Meaning like, you ran maybe 20 bucks as a boosted post, or $50 on a little ad, or $100 on an ad, and you saw like no results. Maybe a couple people clicked on your stuff, and that was really about it. Well, I'm going to show you today on how to cash in on social media advertising, how we did it, and how you can too by doing easy steps. Now, whenever we're talking about ads, there's a lot of different ways to run ads. But the thing is, when you're on digital media, social media, there is a fact that there are going to be people that you have no idea who you actually are. So you have to kind of warm them up. You have to do brand awareness first. And the one thing is, when we tied this ad in with a bridal show of what we did, we actually made over $30,000 in 2 weeks. So we ran this ad I'm about to show you before the week of the actual wedding show. And then whenever people were there, they were brand aware of our company. They were brand aware. They knew exactly who we were. We were in front of their face pretty heavily. And then afterwards, it was a pretty easier close. So let me show you this video right here. And let me know what you guys think. And we'll talk about it right after.
Will you marry me?
Hey, this just happened to you? You just get engaged? If so, congratulations. One of your next steps, you're going to be looking for professional entertainment. That's where we come in. But when you're looking at other DJ companies out there, don't be misled by some fancy videos, because heck, I can make my grandfather look good on video. These entertainment companies are trying to mislead you by showing you all this equipment you have no idea about. Bright, flashy lights, complicated audio gear with all the glowing buttons, and of course, lots of fog. When you're interviewing for other DJ companies, you want to make sure they're a full-time company rather than a hobbyist or someone that's kind of working out of their basement. You want to make sure that all their DJs are professionally trained by a nationally accredited disc jockey school. And they also have the proper insurance, like workman's comp and liability insurance. And that they also have a proper training program in place. We have our DJs go through numerous hours of classroom training, on-the-job training, and furthering education every year. Other DJ companies should tell you what their backup plan is. Even if they're a one-man operation and they get into an accident the day of your wedding, what happens then? Here at Wenning, all of our DJs, they're employees. They're not contractors, and they don't have to run off and DJ a nightclub at the end of the night. They're actually here for you. If the DJ company you're talking to doesn't have anything of what we discussed, well, then you just need to call Wenning Entertainment. All right. So what do you guys think? You guys like it? That ruffle little feathers? That's good. So the main thing was to be brand aware, to talk about the problems that brides might face, and to kind of separate us from the hobbyists. We want to be able to create a little separation, right? So we wanted to get them brand aware, talk about some of the pain points of what they should be looking at as entertainers, and then move forward, right? So let me give you a little profit and loss breakdown of this entire thing. What we did, we spent almost $1,100 in 2 weeks with Facebook ads. The bridal show cost us, with all said and done, about $2,100. And within 2 weeks, we booked 16 gigs. Average was about $2,000. We grossed over $33,000 in just those 2 weeks when running this ad tied in with a wedding show, right? And we netted over $30,000. Now, I want to go over a couple things really quick of why your ads aren't working. Now, people always say a lot of different things, and my content's great, my images are great, and let me tell you exactly why. Number one is you're not getting enough clicks. Your audience doesn't care, and your conversion rate ranking sucks. Meaning, okay, so Facebook used to use a relevance score, meaning that they rated your relevance of your ads from 0 to 10. They got rid of that last year. And now they have it as a quality ranking, an engagement rate ranking, and a conversion rate ranking as well. So now it's going to be either above average, average, below the 35% of those ads, 20% of the ads, or 10% of those ads. So that's how they changed it and how it is working a little bit differently, right? So now Facebook is ranking your ads and showing it to more people or less people. Number Two, on top of that, your message sucks. Either you're having an ad where you just have a picture of you with all of your crew or your fist pumping in the air, and that's it. And it just says, we're awesome since 93. Hit us up if you want more information. Your message sucks. The call to action is not relevant, right? Or the audience is too small, meaning that you are just targeting, maybe you're niching it down too much, meaning that you're targeting a person that's engaged, a female that has interest in wedding cakes, videography, DJs, wedding wire, the knot, and many more. You're targeting things down a little bit too much. You need to keep it broad first and then niche it down from there. On top of that, your clicks are too expensive. That's exactly what it means. Your CTR is too low, meaning that there's not enough people clicking through your ad to see your landing page or your website, and you're targeting the wrong audience. You might just be targeting people that are engaged, but they might not be interested in your services. They might be interested in just wedding planning or wedding cakes or etc. So your ads are also getting denied. Now, nowadays, the biggest problem when you're running ads, I'm seeing this a lot with DJs, they're not adhering to their image to text ratio, meaning that you should have 20% of text to one image. That's the ratio. And there's a text ad checker that's on Facebook. It's free, and you can easily download that and check all of your images whenever you're posting up an image, but we're trying to strive for just video. And you're not following the Facebook guidelines. And the main thing is it's inappropriate. You're calling out your client. It looks a little spammy. So why aren't your ads working? Because you're not thinking like a farmer. And what do you mean by farmer, Eric? This is the DJ industry. What are you talking about? Well, you need to think like a farmer, kind of like treat your leads like seeds, right? You need to nurture them through the entire process. And there's many different ways to bring a seed to life, right? Well, really, just realistically, water, right? So, but the thing is also sunlight and proper soil, etc. So let me guys, first off the step is needs to be prep the land. You need to have brand awareness, proper brand awareness, because there's warm and hot traffic, people that know exactly who you are, their friends and family. And then there's cold traffic that you're going to need your business to survive on, people that have no idea about your brand. But first, there's 5 stages of brand awareness, right? And you need to understand these. So make sure you take pictures, screen captures, write these down. And hopefully you have another computer open or your iPad and taking notes. The 5 stages of brand awareness. Number 1 is unaware. These are people that have no idea about your brand, who you are, and actually what the actual problem is of that brand. Number 2, the problem is problemware. These people have been to a wedding and they've experienced a very bad DJ. They are problemware that these problems exist. And then next is a solution. And then there are people that understand that there are actually a solution for this by professionals, right? So there are professionals out there, and that's one of the solutions. And then people are also understanding that there is a product aware, meaning that, okay, they understand that there's an amazing DJ because they've experienced a good DJ at an event before. So within that, they're like, okay, I'm good. I understand that there's a professional out there that can do an amazing job. And then there's the people that are most aware, meaning that they've experienced your services personally, or they're friends and family, or they've referred from a different venue that actually saw a video of you. They're very aware of your services. So let me break this down into a little bit of an image for you, right? So let's say this is you, DJ Tractor, all right? And so then, therefore, you have this crop, and this crop is all warm and hot traffic people, right? These are all your friends and family. So whenever you first come into this business, this is what is thriving your business to get started. Friends and family, and that's how you get started, right? And the thing is, after you go ahead and mow down that entire crop, you're like, well, what do I do now? I need more crop. So over there on the other side of the lake, the creek, the pond, whatever you want to call it, is the cold traffic, the people that are unaware of your brand. So it's your job to get over to the other side, but it's a scary water. We don't know how deep it is. How do I get to the other side? You have to bridge the gap. You have to run ads in order to get over to the other side to harvest that cold traffic crop. Does that make sense? So hopefully that little analogy was to make you understand between the difference between cold traffic and warm and hot. Now, the thing is how to start brand awareness. Eric, it's so scary. Do I just put out an image? Do I just record myself talking to the camera? What do I do? Well, first off, you need to run brand awareness ads, just kind of like I did for the wedding show, right? Running brand awareness, telling them about you, about your company, what separates you from your competitors. You're going to plant a seed into their mind. And then you also want to do it with creative brand videos, right? Now, I'm going to show you a couple different videos of what we've done for some of our members. This one right here is from Michael Billings. And I'm just going to talk over these videos and kind of show you the breakdown of the psychological aspect, because everything else what we do has science involved into it. And there's a lot of science involved in running ads properly, and then also video creation. It's not just creating a 5-minute long video, exaggerated, looky-loo of whatever else, and you need to have it strategic and planned out. So let me play this for you really quick, and you can see exactly what we have kind of done for some of our members. We're asking them, hey, do you want your event to look like this? Creating a pattern interrupt, throwing his name at it first, showing B-roll footage. Now, note all this B-roll footage is all just from his events that we put in here. It can be shot on your cell phone or your DSLR camera. Most DJs have a photo booth nowadays. They have a DSLR camera or access to an amazing camera. Or even just your phone, and you can turn your phone into a 4K camera. You might not even know that, but you can. And you can even just give us that B-roll footage and we can take care of it for you. This is another one we did for Photomania up in Chi-Town. And I want to show you what we did here. This is a little bit differently, and then we'll talk about it afterwards as well, too. So we're going into grabbing their attention right away, right? We got photos that got you covered. And what do we also go into? 2, 3, 4, 5 different photo booths. So he has a lot of options whenever it comes for his photo booth company. We're showing different things, and we're not showing the same frame longer than just a second. We're keeping things moving and keeping things intrigued so you can always have something fresh to look at, right? And what we're going to do, we're going to close with a little call to action. Now, what do we do in this video? I kind of talked it out. We grabbed their attention in the first 3 seconds. With everything going on right now, you have 1 to 3 seconds, if that, to grab someone's attention. You need to create a pattern interrupt, meaning that whenever you're scrolling on your news feed, you're scrolling past all the negative stuff with the virus, you're scrolling past all the political stuff, but you need something that's going to stand out in your news feed. And that's going to be these videos because it grabs your attention. We also show multiple options of different services and different booths that they offer. And we use the join the cause emotion when we're playing on their veteran status, meaning that, he was a firefighter. Let's face it. Who doesn't love a firefighter? I mean, I wanted to be a firefighter. Didn't you? At one time in life, every person wanted to be a fireman, I think, because firemen are just those guys running into a building. Then when I realized what I had to do, screw that. I'm good. I'll be a DJ. So main thing talked about the years of experience as well. And then we close with a call to action, a CTA, right? Hey, click learn more to learn more about our services. And we kept it within 30 seconds. You want to keep this stuff short and sweet, right? The rule of KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. You're going to hear me say that phrase a couple of times. But you're like, Eric, oh my God, video is so expensive and social media is so expensive. Oh my God, I don't want to spend all this money. But let me tell you, affordable objectives to start running brand awareness videos. And then number one is video through plays. Now, if you don't have your business manager set up in the back end of Facebook, do so now. Get it done, get it started right away. Now, video through plays, what that is if you ever been on YouTube, right? And you start watching an ad and you says skip ad. Now that is an in-stream ad in YouTube. Now, here's the thing. As soon as you click on skip ad, that advertiser doesn't pay a dime. But if you watch 30 seconds of that video on YouTube, that advertiser now pays. But if you watch 28 seconds of that video, it's free advertising. So Facebook is the competitor of, IGTV competes with YouTube. So they're like, well, we're not going to really do 30 seconds. We're going to give you half that. We're going to do 15 seconds. Now, video through plays is a tactic you can use on Facebook. And now if someone watches your video for 15 seconds, then you have to pay. But if you watch 14 seconds of it, you don't pay a dime. And you know what my clients are doing right now? They're paying anywhere, ready? Drum roll. Okay, they're paying anywhere between a penny to 3 cents per like. 1 to 3 cents. Can you afford that? You can afford that. 1 to 3 cents per video view. That's it. All right. The other thing is target traffic as a campaign objective. And whenever you're doing this, right, you're going to target that per click, right? Cost per click, not per impression, because every time it's viewed on the actual news feed, you're getting hit, you're getting billed. But if you charge a cost per click, CPC, then therefore it's a cheaper spend. And make sure you also have Facebook pixels installed on your entire funnel, from your ad to your website, etc. And you're like, Eric, what's a pixel? I don't understand what a pixel is. Really quick and easy. It's a piece of code, 20 lines of code that will go on your website, and it tracks your every step of the way. Now, let me break this down for you in a quick little easy. Now, Instagram, Facebook Messenger ads, YouTube ads, going into a brand awareness ad, right? So all of these traffic sources are viewing your brand awareness ad. Then whenever they click on that, it's going to go to your website. Then you have a page view pixel listed on your website. After they filled an opt-in form, and then they go into a thank you page, what's next? Then they're going to go into get a text message, a phone, an email right away, all right? That is a proper sequence of a simple brand awareness ad in that flow. Next, what do you have to do? You have to plant. You have to plant the seeds, right? The offer ad. Now, offer ad is very important. Now, I'm going to give you 4 different components of a successful ad campaign, right? The whole thing is the objective. What are you selling? Keeping it clear, precise, message that a 5th grader can understand. You have to make sure that whatever message you're trying to portray is very, very simple to understand. Second, the audience is important. Who you're actually selling it to. Dictate the exact audience of who you're trying to reach. Number 3, the incentive. Why should they buy? Create the value after the experience that they have had. And number 4, the urgency. Why should they buy right now? Hey, you know what? You better hurry up and go out there and get your toilet paper, because they're going to be gone the next day, or your face mask or your hand sanitizer or anything else. So just while you're out there, go get a full hazmat suit while you're out there too, right? The urgency, right? That's what it means. Now, whenever we're talking about ad copy, I see DJs do this a lot, and they do it poorly. They don't write proper ad copy. Now, there's 7 psychological emotions when it comes to ad copy. And I'm going to go over all these. Number 1 is fear. 2, scarcity. 3, funny. 4, curiosity. 5, telling a story, which we did for Photomania. And then the incentive, and then also join the cause. Now, what do you see on your news feeds all the time right now? You see 2, scarcity and fear. Scarcity of running out of products, food, money. Fear of where's your next paycheck going to come from? You're all talking about cancel this, cancel that. There's fear everywhere. There's scarcity everywhere. When we're talking about the news does this all the time to you people, and you don't even realize this, but they're just ploying on a join the cause. Hey, you know what? Join the cause is a firefighter. We're going to raise money for cancer, and we're going to do this. That's a join the cause emotion. It's being done to you, and you don't even know it. But take a picture of this, and I want you to do this as homework. Write ad copy for your own business in 7 different ways. That's going to be a practice of what you need to do while you're at home doing nothing. Here's an offer ad, what we did for one of our clients. I'm not going to play any music right now for this, but because you should be able to see an ad with and without music and also understand it. Now, this is done in a 4x5 format, not a square format. Why 4x5, Eric? Well, because you can get more real estate with this because it's longer than wide, right? So it's going to be as wide as it can go, but it's a little longer. So here we go. This is what we got going on. Getting their attention, engaged couples, saving up to $1,500 off their wedding, book 4 hours of services, get $700 in freebies. So this is their special they have going on. Free uplights, and then your name in lights. And then also savings do not stop. They're going to get half off of any of his photo booths as well. So from all of this, we're keeping engaged. The header and footer can also change. But the thing is, we want that to grab your attention. Then click the offer. That's the call to action at the end. So the main thing is, what's the next step? Retargeting. So the people that saw that ad, we need to retarget them, because maybe say they saw that ad, but yet they didn't do anything. They didn't click the button to fill out their information. What do we need to do? We need to water that seed. We need to retarget them, right? So 3 steps to retargeting. You need to run retargeting ads per video views or page views, meaning that you can actually go back in the back end of Facebook and say, I want to show this ad to people that have watched my ad 50% or greater, or 75% or greater, or everyone that clicked on my homepage or my website, I want to show them this ad. Then show an irresistible offer, an irresistible follow-up, saying, hey, you know what? You saw our ad. What about an extra 10% off right now for a limited time for the next 12 hours? If you don't, then it's going to be gone forever. Then send to a drip campaign. A drip is a series of actions that's going to nurture that person later on. Now, here's an example that we did. This is from my buddy Kenny down in Kentucky. I like saying Kentucky like that. Kentucky. So this is what we did for one of his wedding shows. So whenever people saw the actual offer of free tickets, we showed them another irresistible offer really quick. So where do you think you're going? There's only 25 tickets left to the ultimate wedding show. There's chances to win for eligible vendors. You get $500 off your wedding, but we only have so many tickets left, right? Hosted by a local celebrity to catch your attention, showing the actual venue, envisioning you actually there. And then tickets are running out, grabbing your attention. Call to action, click below to get your free pass. We have to pique their interest, right? We have to keep it fresh and engaging and like, oh man, wow, this is really standing out. This looks different than anything else that's out there. But we also have to answer their question. What is it in for me? Well, we're only giving 25 free tickets left. So what are you waiting for? It's free to sign up and then you can actually win things. Why not, right? Identify the reasons. Why should they buy your product? And using also a pain tactic. Hey, are you tired of weddings that have lackluster entertainment? Do you dread this happening to you? Using a pain statement, right? And then also make your call to action clear as possible. Your CTA. Listen, for a limited time, we're only giving away 25 more tickets for the next 12 hours. Hop on this or you're going to be left in dust or you're going to pay $20 at the door. If you like paying more money, that's on you. So here's the other thing you guys have to realize. And this goes back to all the DJs that say they ran ads and Facebook doesn't work and Instagram doesn't work. The rule of 7, because you probably did this. You probably put 10, 15, 20, 50 bucks, maybe $100, maybe even you put $200, right? To show an ad. And guess what? You're showing it to about 100,000 people. $100 will get you barely 1,000 to 2,000 impressions. Now, the rule 7 is the marketing principle that states your prospects need to come across your offer at least 7 times before they really notice it to start to take action. So whenever you're dumping $50, $100 into something like that, no one's seeing it. There's not enough people seeing your ad for them to take action. So that's why your ads or whatever you're doing is not working. You have to invest in yourself and put money back into it. Make sure you remember this as far as the rule 7. Then after that, we have to nurture them. Drip, drip, drip. All right. So we have to put them into a drip campaign. And let me show you an example of what a proper drip sequence is. And you guys can take a picture of this as well. From all your ads you're running on all these different platforms, you're showing an offer ad. Then it's going to show them to either a lead ad or a landing page, whatever you decide and choose. Then it's going to go to a thank you page. Once they fill out their information, they should be able to get 3 touches. Day 1, email, phone, text. Day 2, email, phone, text. Day 3, email, phone, text. Hey, what's going to happen on day 4? We're going to send them an email. On day 5, we're going to send them another email. Hey, on day 7, phone, email, text. Hey, on day 10, we're going to hit them with an email and a text message. And on day 14, hey, we are holding this offer for you. We haven't heard from you. And where have you been? No, like this is not like bombarding them. People are like, oh my God, you're touching them so much. It's ridiculous, right? But the thing is, if they respond to you, my drip sequence stops. So if they start reaching out back to me on day 2, the rest of my campaign pauses. It doesn't keep on sending them out emails and text message and phone calls automatically. It stops that sequence. But these are for the people that are ghosting you, right? But when you're also contacting a lead, you have to always do this. Do you guys know what I'm going to say? You have to always call them within 5 minutes of their inquiry. 5 minutes. Now, you guys have no excuses right now. You're sitting at home, quarantined in your toilet paper fort, not doing a darn thing, and yet you should be able to call a prospect back within a minute. within a minute or 30 seconds, not waiting even 5 minutes, because the longer you do that, the less likely they're going to even talk to you. And this is very, 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 very important. Now listen up. Touch them 3 times a day for the first 3 days. That get your attention? Did it sound wrong? Yeah, you're damn right it sounded wrong. So touch them 3 times a day for the first 3 days, right? Because why? They gave you their information. They are allowing you to contact them. So why are you not reaching out to them? If they're hiring a professional, shouldn't a professional follow up and say, hey, you reached out to me. I'm just following up. I didn't hear back from you today. Reach me back tomorrow. Are you free 9 to 5? Are you free in the evening? Right? Now, here are a couple of different creative email subject lines to kind of help you whenever you're trying to write these out. Now, because email is pretty tricky to convert sometimes, right? Call them out. Use their name, right? Or use a relevant quote. A stress-free bride is a happy bride. Keeping it short and sweet, though, right? Or use a crazy fact or a stat. When asked, 81% of guests say the thing they remember the most about a wedding is entertainment. So ask them a question. Simple and easy. Ask them a simple, easy question to get them to open it up. If not, use some weird formatting and to throw them off guard to make it not look like every single other email that they are getting. And then on top of that, use emojis and creative writing. Now, I want to show you a couple different stats, and I'll take a picture of this before I move on. And I want you to show you guys. Now, I got these stats from the Harvard Business Review. This is not from just mom and pop shop or something else. This is strictly from the Harvard Business Review from professors doing professional research. They're saying that between 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock is the best time for open rates. How many times are you sending emails at 9 o'clock at night or 9 o'clock in the morning? The best open rate is around this time frame. If you look closely, from 3 to about 5:30, 6 o'clock is the highest. That's the peak. And then on top of that, the more opens and more downloads for an email to get opened, the subject line is 6 to 10 characters, 1 to 3 words. And so as you see, when you start adding more words, everything else starts to decrease. And then on top of that, whenever you put forward in front of an email subject line, like forward, mobile beat is amazing. Forward, mobile beat freaking rocks. You're going to open that. And you're like, oh, maybe who forwarded that to me? Let me see what's going on. You're going to open that, right? And then on top of that, emails with attachments are 10% more likely to be opened. You know? And I want to ask you guys a question about this too. How many touches does it take to turn a lead? How many touches does it take to turn a lead? What do you guys think? It takes 6 to 8 times for you to touch a lead, to talk to them, to get them to convert. 6 to 8 times. That's the average, right? So whenever you are reaching out to a prospect and you call them 3 times, and you're like, Eric, I don't need to do day 4, 5, 7, 10, 14, etc. I don't need to do all that. I just need to touch them for the first couple of days, and that's it. But what's going to happen? You're not going to get that sale because your competitor, who's touching them 6 to 8 times, sounds so wrong, but I don't care. When your competition is touching them 6 to 8 times, they're going to get that sale. And lastly, what do you have to do? You have to harvest. You have to harvest that seed. You have to close the sale, right? And the thing is, you guys need to remember this. I can't make this bigger or bolder. Remember, closing a digital lead is more difficult than a warm or a hot lead. Let me say this again. Closing a digital lead is more difficult than closing a referral from a venue, a family member, someone that saw you perform before. It's more difficult. So I want to ask you a couple questions. I want to ask you guys questions. I know you can't answer me right now. You're typing in the chats. I can see that, but I want to get through this content for you guys. So I want you to ask yourselves this. And if you're not implementing these, then you need to start. Do you use a sales script? You're like, no, because I'm the only person. I'm a single op. Or no one else sells like me, Eric, and my DJs can't sell like me. Here's the thing. Anyone can sell like you. You just have to train them. You have to have a proper sales script in place. Then, do you record your phone calls? If not, you should. You should record your phone calls and go and nurture every single one of your employees after you're done with that call and review it the day at end of the day or in the beginning of the morning. So after all the calls are done, everyone wants to get out here at 5 or 6 o'clock the next morning. All right, let's sit down. Let's review some different sales calls and see exactly where you, and I screwed up, right? Notice you put you in that situation as well. And then also, do you send a proposal without speaking on the phone? Do you do that? I just wanted to pause there for dramatic effect because I know for the fact most of you guys, you know what? I'm going to send them a proposal. I'm going to send them a contract. I'm going to send them a marriage license already for me. I'm going to send them everything before you even get them on the phone. No. Don't do that. Stop doing that right away. Stop sending brochures to them right away. Have just a normal conversation with them back and forth. And do you only communicate via email? If not, you should be doing that to get them on the actual phone, not just communicating back and forth. So your day's not that important for you to communicate on the phone about one of the most important pieces of your wedding? Really? So do you have a defined follow-up sequence? Meaning that, is there a proper drip campaign set up? Do you have your staff knowing that if this person is red or orange or green, or if this has a different status, are they going to follow up within the next day, etc.? On average, in your sales, when you're talking on the phone, who talks more? Because the average rule in sales, whenever you're closing a sale, whoever talks the most loses. So we're DJs. We all love to hear our sales talk. We all love to talk. But the thing is, you have to get them talking more than you. You should not be talking more than them. Think of it like tennis. I'm going to keep on putting that ball back in their court because whenever you're in tennis, if the ball drops in your side, you lose, right? You want to keep on putting that ball back in their court, keep on asking them questions, getting them on their toes. And you have a proper drip sequence in place. This is very critical. Now, how are you going to grow? That's going to be like the one thing that I want to ask you guys today. You guys are sitting at home doing nothing right now besides probably, blowing up Facebook chats. I had another gig canceled. Do I refund all the retainer fees? Do I do this? What do I do this? You're just bitching and complaining. That's all you're doing. But you're not educating yourself. You're not worrying about, okay, you know what? In 6 to 8 weeks, this is going to blow over. And then what am I going to do with my business then? This is kind of like a perfect timing for everyone to take a break and educate themselves back up and fuel yourselves. It's kind of like almost slow season times 2. You should be educating yourselves. And what's going to grow is educating yourself on how to do all this stuff, and then also video content about brand awareness, keeping your name relevant, because guess what? This right here, what's happening in the world is going to put out people out of business. It's going to put a lot of DJs out of business. And the thing is, if you're not keeping your name relevant and saying, hey, everybody, here's some brand awareness videos. We're still alive. Hey, guess what? We're cleaning our desks. We're washing our hands. We're using sanitizer right now. So funny stuff to keep brand awareness going. The one thing is, what I need you guys to understand, video is so critical when it comes to this. And I know Joe Bunn was showing a lot of great stats as well too, and he did an amazing job. But I want to show you guys something. This is all relevant information. 85% of consumers want to see more video content from brands. 64% of consumers will make a purchase after watching branded videos on social media platforms. Tubular Insights. And video is expected to make up 82% of the internet traffic by 2021. That's from Cisco. And that's next year, people. Next year. And then on top of that, videos under 2 minutes long get the most engagement. Let me say this again. Videos under 2 minutes long get the most engagement. So if you're showing a 5-minute video of how awesome you are, no one cares. Want it short and sweet to the point. People's attention span is very narrow nowadays, especially for the millennial bride. And also 33% of viewers will stop watching a video after 30 seconds, 45% by 1 minute, and 60% by 2 minutes. Here's the biggest thing right here. Facebook executive predicted that all their platform will be all video and no text by 2021. 2020, that's next year. That's only a couple of months away. And if you're still putting up just pictures of yourself and that's it, what the heck are you doing? That was 5 years ago. You need to be doing video content. And within this, I know this is very overwhelming. There's a lot of things here, and I can go on for another 45 minutes, which I'm not, okay? The main thing is there's a lot of checklist of what you guys need to do, and when it comes down to this. And I'm going to help you guys out right now. I'm going to give you a free social media checklist that you can use every single day. This is exactly what we use in our agency right here. So all of my guys go through all these checklists before they press publish. This is what I'm going to give you all this for free right now. And then I wanted to do something special for all the mobile beat, and I know a lot of people are struggling with video. I want to give some things away. I want to give away a video package giveaway. In order to sign up for this right here, you're going to get a 30-second video custom made done by my agency for you guys. We're going to give you an animated logo bumper as well for free. And then on top of that, we're going to give you an animated Facebook business profile image, an animated one though, not static. And then a custom thumbnail for your video, and also brand new. All right, we're going to give you two 15-second 9x16 story videos for Facebook and Instagram, Snapchat. This is all brand new, and all you have to do is sign up for it. And this is almost a $1,200 value. Then I'm going to pick one winner at the end of the week, and then I'm going to give them all of this. But you can sign up for it, really simple and easy, wenninginvegas.com. That's it. You can go to wenninginvegas.com for all this information. Now, the main thing is with all these different things of what I have, you guys need to understand I have these courses that will help you throughout this process because you have nothing else to do at home right now rather than educate yourself. From making money with social media, our YouTube course, and bridal show courses as well. So there's so many different things here that we go through line by line to help you with all of these things, especially with YouTube as well. And you can advertise on YouTube for cheaper cost than what you would on Facebook right now. And then even with wedding shows and trade shows, we go over so many different details. So many people have made thousands of dollars just off of this course for one day of learning with this at bridal shows. And we're going to give you access to all these courses. And plus, on top of everything else, because we have millions of promotional products, millions. And this, we're going to give you 20% off for life, 20% off for life with Wenning branding, weekly marketing ideas, weekly social media tips, and then access to our private Facebook group. Now, on top of all this, we're going to give you videos every single month. You're going to get a 30-second video every single month that's brand new with your content. A custom video bumper every single month that's new. Every single month with a video bumper that's new every single month. All for $99. That's it. And then for the first month, and then $199 a month after that. Now, this is over a huge savings of over 70% off. And that's it. I mean, this is massive for you guys to get started with this. And if you don't like it, you can cancel anytime and tell me to go screw myself. That's fine. But I love you guys. And we've turned out so much business for a lot of our members. And hopefully we can do the same thing for all of you. So if you have any questions, please reach out to us. Go to Wenning in Vegas, you know, kind of like winning, but like Wenning in Vegas right now. And if you have any questions, reach out to me on Facebook. And I really thank you for the time. Thank you, Jake. Thank you, everybody else. And Ryan, you guys have been awesome. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you guys so much.